Paddy here with the 7th video in this series of Thriving in Uncertainty, with the dogs barking and the ocean crashing in the background. But from this video, I'm going to be taking a quite different focus. The theme so far has followed the first part of a trauma cycle and has been about managing difficulties or stabilizing ourselves in stormy waters. The content I offered was like a life ring, in that it helps us stop drowning, yet it doesn't serve to propel us forwards. In this video, the focus moves to the next part of the cycle, which is about proactively moving onwards and upwards in our lives. We've all been through our own and very unique experience over the past weeks. And with lockdowns being eased around the world now, many of us are picking our heads up and looking towards the future, however uncertain it still might be. This part of the journey can be likened to an athlete beginning their preparation for a new season, or maybe preparing to return following a long injury layoff. As the new season of the world dawns, and like that athlete, we all need to proactively plot our upwards path towards learning, growth, development, or whatever improved life experience we seek. In doing so, and as is often said in sports psychology, we need to control the things we have control over, to control the controllables, and have the right attitude towards the things we cannot control. In drawing lessons from those who've successfully laid the foundations for a new season, here are some valuable thoughts. Firstly, set new goals, but not just yesterday's common goals of make more money, score more runs, get more followers on social media, but set some that are more meaningful or purpose-driven than what we've previously set in our lives. In this regard, Simon Sinek's TED Talk on How Great Leaders Inspire Action, which is about finding our why ahead of our what and our how, is a great place to start. Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning, is another epic story with the same message of the value of finding meaning to help us endure any situation. Another foundation is to build our grit and resilience muscles, which is possibly more pertinent now than ever before. A great way to do this is to learn from the best examples, by reading books by those who've really embodied resilience. Some of the best I've read in this regard are Endurance, about Ernest Shackleton's incredible Antarctic journey, Touching the Void, a remarkable mountain survival story, Alive, about the rugby team that survived that plane crash in the Andes, Alone, which tells how Brett Archibald, who fell overboard in a storm, survived over 28 hours floating in the ocean, Unbroken, a mind-blowing World War II survival story, and/or Mike Horn's Conquering the Impossible, about his 12,000-mile solo journey around the Arctic Circle. Or read up about any other great feats, like Chris Burtish, who took 93 days to solo stand-up paddle across the Atlantic Ocean. When you think you're having a hard day, just reflect on what these people successfully endured, and we'll soon realize that we are capable of way more than what we ever thought possible. If you find yourself having doubts or negative thoughts, which will happen, doubt those doubts. All of us have incredible feats lying within us, and those feats lie just on the other side of our superficial doubting mind. Thirdly, all athletes have a coach, someone to guide them through the process of learning, growth, and performance, and to provide valuable feedback along the way. Be creative in finding your own coach, maybe a friend or someone who's got similar goals, or maybe even embark on the journey of becoming your own best coach. TED Talks, good books, intelligent articles, and podcasts are all potential coaches. As with receiving any coaching, your job as the performer is firstly to find the lesson, and secondly, to commit to a new action based on that lesson. One thing common amongst all the best athletes in the world, they all know their game better than anyone else. They are their own best coaches. Being your own coach is not reserved for them, however. All it requires is the discipline of remaining on the path of continued learning and growth and tapping into the wisdom of others. I often say to young athletes, if you really want to accelerate your learning, reach out to 3 smart people and ask them between 1 and 3 really smart and specific questions. We're all entering some form of new season in our personal and our professional lives. Like with any athlete, those who are the best prepared give themselves the best possible chance of succeeding. This includes having meaningful focus in the various areas of our lives, building our resilience muscles, and actively seeking ways to learn and grow closer to being the best version of ourselves. Good luck for the new season. Look after yourself, your learning and your growth, and let's make sure we play as a team.